What if personal growth wasn't actually about fixing what's broken, but uncovering what's already there? Well, that's the whole idea behind a philosophy called the Luminara Mindset. And today, we're going to dive into this really unique path to, well, unveiling your own inner truth. Okay, it all starts with this one super powerful idea. You are already whole. And look, this isn't just some feel-good platitude. No, it's a totally radical starting point that kind of challenges the entire self-improvement industry, right? This is the absolute foundation of the Luminar philosophy, so let's keep that thought right here as we see how everything else builds on top of it. All right, so first things first, what even is Luminara? Where does this idea of starting with light come from? And what does it actually mean for us? Well, the name itself kind of gives us a hint, doesn't it? Luminara is rooted in words like light and illumination. But, and this is super important, this isn't about shining some harsh spotlight on yourself to find all your flaws. No way. It's more like a gentle, internal process of revealing the truth and the light that's already inside you. And this right here, this brings us to a really huge shift in how we look at things. See, the Luminara mindset isn't about self-improvement in the classic sense. The idea that we're some rough stone that needs to be fixed and chiseled into shape. Instead, it's all about self-discovery. It's recognizing that you're more like a hidden gem that just needs to be uncovered. It seems like a small change in words, but trust me, the implications are massive. Okay, so if we're talking about a path of discovery instead of improvement, what does that journey actually look like? How is it different from all the other self-help paths we hear about all the time? Let's put these two ideas side by side, because this is where it really clicks. So often we get this message that we're broken, right? That we're a problem that needs to be solved, that we have to be fixed. But the Luminara path? It starts from a completely different place. It starts from a place of inherent worth. It says you're already whole, and the journey is just about finding your way back to believing that.
And that idea totally changes the whole vibe of the journey. It's not a frantic race to some finish line, filled with pressure and stress. Nope. It's described as a gentle unfolding. I love that. It's kind of like watching a flower bloom. It happens at its own natural, unforced pace.
So if it's not about grinding it out and hustling 24/7, then what do you need? Well, this path really just asks for three things. First, patience, just allowing your own story to unfold naturally. Second, compassion, especially for yourself, right here, right now. And finally, a willingness, maybe even a little courage, to just be present with whatever comes up. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? You don't need to be fixed. You only need to be found. Man, that is the ultimate reframe. The work isn't about repairing something that's broken. It's about reclaiming the wholeness that was yours all along. Okay, getting the philosophy is one thing, but how do you actually do it? How do we walk this path? Let's get into the core practices, the actual tools for the journey that the Luminara mindset suggests. So the practices really all revolve around finding that inner balance. It all starts with building a solid foundation of self-love. From there, it moves into some pretty cool intuitive work, things like directing your subtle energy with intention and really uncovering your own unique gifts. But the key to all of this, it's about quieting all that outside noise so you can finally hear your own inner wisdom. Now, this all sounds great, I know, but it can also feel a little big, a little abstract. So the big question is, where do you actually start? Well, the final piece of this philosophy is all about your first step. And guess what? It's way simpler than you might think. And you can do it right now. See, you don't need to wait for the perfect time. You don't have to clear your whole schedule. This journey doesn't start on Monday or next month. It begins in a single moment, the moment you decide to turn your attention inward. And that first step, it's not some big dramatic action. It's something quiet. It's an internal commitment. It's the simple but profound act of just showing up for yourself, of deciding maybe for the first time in a really long time that you're worthy of your own attention. So what does that look like in practice? It's as simple as this: taking one deep, conscious breath. You can even do it right now. Just feel the air come in, and as you exhale, just let go of everything that came before and everything that's still to come. That simple act of just arriving in this moment, That's the first step. That's the start of the journey.
And so this whole philosophy really leaves us with this gentle but super powerful question. It's not about some massive life overhaul, okay? It's just an invitation to ask yourself, what is one small, simple step I can take this week to honor my desire for growth? And that's it. That's the perfect question to begin your own gentle unfolding.